Imagine standing at the foot of an enormous mountain. The summit is shrouded in clouds, its peak promising vistas of knowledge, creativity, and understanding you've only glimpsed in brief moments of insight. For many, the climb feels daunting. For others, it seems impossible. Yet the truth is that your brain already carries the map, the rope, and the supplies you need to ascend. You simply need to learn how to use them. Beyond memory lies a vast landscape of cognitive potential waiting to be cultivated. This video celebrates the thrilling possibility of enhancing learning not merely by memorizing facts, but by expanding attention, deepening understanding, sharpening creativity, and shaping habits that make sustained growth inevitable. Rethinking learning means moving past the narrow measure of memory recall. Memory certainly matters. It's the scaffold on which higher cognition builds, but alone it's not the summit. Real learning blends working memory, holding information in mind, long-term consolidation, storing and integrating knowledge, metacognition, knowing how you think, attention control, emotional regulation, and motivation. Cognitive enhancement is about orchestrating these elements so they amplify one another. When attention is sharp, memory encodes more effectively. When motivation is high, neural circuits involved in reward and learning strengthen. When metacognitive skills guide practice, effort becomes efficient and purposeful. Science offers a powerful toolkit for this orchestration. Spaced repetition and retrieval practice transform rote study into durable understanding. By revisiting material at expanding intervals and actively recalling it, learners coax the brain to strengthen synaptic connections and reinforce retrieval pathways. But spaced repetition alone isn't enough. Interleaving, mixing related topics during practice, builds flexible transfer, enabling skills learned in one context to apply in another. Likewise, elaborative interrogation and self-explanation invite the learner to connect new information to existing frameworks, making knowledge meaningful rather than inert. These strategies collectively convert passive exposure into active growth. Beyond study techniques, lifestyle choices serve as foundational enhancers for cognitive performance. Sleep is not optional. It's the nightly architect of memory consolidation, emotional recalibration, and synaptic pruning. Regular physical exercise boosts neurogenesis and cerebral blood flow, releasing growth factors like BDNF that nurture plasticity. Nutrition fuels cognition, omega-3s, antioxidants, and stable glucose supplies sustain attention and protect neural integrity. Stress management matters too. Chronic stress fragments attention and shrinks learning capacity, whereas mindful practices, breathing techniques, and brief walks can restore focus and resilience. These bodily supports are not peripheral extras. They are the soil in which cognitive seeds take root. Technology and targeted interventions extend the possibilities further. Digital platforms that adaptively scaffold difficulty keep learners in the optimal zone of proximal development, challenging, but not overwhelming. Neurofeedback and non-invasive brain stimulation are promising frontiers, showing potential to modulate circuits related to attention and memory. Equally potent are cognitive training programs that emphasize real-world transfer rather than narrow task improvement, and emerging research into pharmacological aids that, with caution and clinical oversight, may transiently enhance aspects of cognition. The key ethical imperative here is to prioritize safety, equity, and meaningful outcomes. Enhancement should expand opportunity, not create unfair advantage or reliance. Crucially, the social and emotional dimensions of learning transform potential into practice. Curiosity is a superpower. It turns ordinary tasks into explorations, and passages of information into quests for meaning. Cultivating curiosity, by asking questions, embracing uncertainty, and celebrating small discoveries, fuels intrinsic motivation and sustained engagement. Social learning multiplies gains. Teaching others, discussing ideas in groups, and receiving constructive feedback accelerate comprehension and reveal blind spots. Growth mindset, the belief that abilities can improve with effort, reshapes failure from endpoint to feedback, encouraging persistence and experimentation. Metacognition, the practice of thinking about thinking, acts as the expedition leader on this climb. Learners who assess the accuracy of their knowledge, plan practice strategically, and adjust tactics in response to feedback make far more efficient progress. Simple habits like regular self-testing, setting concrete learning goals, and reflecting on what methods worked cultivate powerful self-regulatory skills. Over time, these habits become automatic, creating a virtuous cycle where improved metacognition drives better learning, which in turn refines metacognition further. Ultimately, cognitive enhancement is as much about values as it is about techniques. What do you want to learn, and why? Aligning cognitive strategies with meaningful goals ensures that efforts are sustainable and fulfilling. Whether pursuing a professional milestone, mastering an instrument, learning a new language, or simply becoming a more attentive partner and parent, the motivation behind learning colors both the journey and the destination. When purpose fuels practice, even the steepest terrain becomes exhilarating. We stand at an exciting juncture. Decades of neuroscience, psychology, and education research now converge to offer practical, evidence-based ways to unlock learning potential. The invitation is not to chase mythical shortcuts, but to integrate approaches that respect the brain's biology, leverage smart practice, nurture well-being, and honor the social heart of learning. Begin with small, enthusiastic experiments. Prioritize sleep for a week and notice your clarity. Swap a passive review for an active recall session. Teach a friend what you're learning. Take a brisk walk before study to sharpen attention. Each step compounds. There is no single pill or trick that will instantly elevate cognition to its maximum. Rather, enhancement is a mindset and a method, a joyful, deliberate commitment to cultivating the conditions in which your brain can flourish. As you equip yourself with effective study strategies, nourishing habits, and reflective practices, you'll find the mountain summit is not only attainable but vividly rewarding. Beyond memory, the brain is a dynamic, improvable instrument. Embrace the climb, and unlock the full panorama of your learning potential.